It's the National Football League on EA Sports, and there's no love lost between these NFC North foes. It's the Bears and the Vikings, and it's kicking off next on Madden NFL 23.
Spread between 4th and 6th Streets in downtown Minneapolis. We welcome you inside spacious U.S. Bank Stadium. Today, we've got a good Week 5. First quarter of the season already in the rear-view mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. They're led out by the southpaw Tua Tagovailoa in his 3rd season now out of the University of Alabama.
Every quarterback in the NFL has a little bit of his own signature style out there, but for this guy, he really plays the game in a different way. It's led to a couple double takes from us up here as we see him as something truly unique. It's not that he's just the strongest passer or the best athlete to ever play the position. He just has a certain way of seeing the action, and it allows him to make some special plays out there.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 14 carries, 63 yards, and a touchdown.
There were some signs of life from their ground game last week, but overall, just a so-so performance. Everyone knows they can make a slight improvement how they contribute to this aspect of the offense. Linemen can set their blocks and hold them a little bit longer, and he can be quicker to the hole and hit a lane. If they do that, they should get some better numbers produced this week.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Well, CD, you see some of the injuries that have popped up for this franchise, and obviously hoping to get these guys back sooner rather than later.
Yeah, and these guys, they've been hearing the mantra next man up since their Friday night light games in high school. It's 3 simple words, but they're absolutely perfect to use, and everyone has adopted them. Next guy up, do your best.
And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Looking to pass. Tua. That's going to be caught by Judy. Yeah, he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it's 2nd down. Running straight ahead, Taylor. That's going to be a 6-yard gain. It leaves him with 3rd down and just a yard to go.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Here's Tua. Got a man. It's Judy complete. And he will have a Vikings first down, and comfortably so as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard. Well, they kept it simple there, CD, only needing the short gain to move the chain, so they didn't want to go with a deep throw. They just go with that safer, shorter throw and able to convert.
Nothing wrong with that at all, partner. Check the box, right? Make sure you pick up the first down. Offense is getting established. You're moving the ball. You're not turning it over. Check, check, check. They like what they're doing early in the game.
12 yards there. First down, Vikings. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Tua. Trying to lay one up deep. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And the Bears are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover. Remember, Charles, this is the #1 defense in the NFL, and they prove their mettle here, forcing the turnover on the opening possession.
And sometimes when you play a team that has that reputation, that's earned it by their play, the psychology is, okay, they're #1. They have to prove it to us, and they tried to attack. They found out that ranking was real.
And if history is any indication, when this defense gets off to a good start, look out.
Yeah, their offense plays off of them awfully well, too.
The thing that they'll be looking at is a spot of the football, and this is always such a tough one for officials to get. Following the interception, Cousins caught on the right side by Jones. And he's going to lose yardage here, back to his own 18. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down.
And that was well defended. And as a cornerback, what you're taught when you see a wide receiver screen, either you get underneath the play before the blocking forms, or you're going to have to fight your way through it by getting through some blocking. That was a really nice play there.
The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Nate Hobbs. And this, Charles, definitely not what they were wanting to see. Remember, he threw 3 interceptions in the loss last week, and now he gives the ball away again here in the very first quarter.
And you have to think that this was drilled into him all week, too, by his teammates, by his coaching staff. They've told him all week long, we've got to protect the football. They probably crossed that fine line with giving him the right advice and saying it too much, and it turned out that it got into his head a little bit.
On play action, here's Tua. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. In today's NFL, we're talking about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but there's still something about a guy slinging one downfield.
And I'm telling you, nothing will light up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and you know everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
And that throw, pretty impressive, and even 61 yards through the air. Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
On play action, Cousins. He's going to find Jefferson open downfield. A huge play there for Chicago. 58 yards. I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run on the open field. But if there were, he silenced those thoughts there. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Play action now. Cousins. This one brought in by Jefferson. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points.
That penalty is declined.
Justin Tucker for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it was all capped off by Justin Jefferson's touchdown reception. So I'll leave it at 7 now as they kick it away. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. With the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage, while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
Now this will be swung out wide for Taylor. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Throwing is Tagovailoa on third down here. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Like somebody thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
On fourth down, here's Brett Kern to punt the football away. Back deep, Patrick Peterson. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Bears take over. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field.
And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively.
They're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football.
Not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
7-7, our score after 1. Second quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football as they've got it 2nd and 7. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Being chased out left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play. And he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. So on is Matt Prater now to try a field goal here. From the right hash, this a 31-yard attempt. Prater's kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7.
So golden field position there is squandered as they can muster only a field goal.
Yeah, you were gifted a first-and-goal situation, but I have to give credit to the defense. They were brought out in a really tough situation, so give them credit for holding them to 3. That's a pretty nice accomplishment.
Fielded just outside the goal line. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. But now the Bears coming out as they get ready.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
They go play action. Cousins. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Tyus Bowser blowing that play up. Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long. Finds his big tight end, Mo Alley-Cox. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down, and I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
The Bears at 1-3 here in the early part of the year. They come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 38. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Here's Cousins. He finds his man, complete. That's Jacobs. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. On 1st down, they go with Jacobs again. Casey Hayward makes the tackle. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Cousins. Caught by Jones. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 13-yard line. Jacobs going to try the middle. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Throwing, Cousins. And this is going to be intercepted.
Kyle Hamilton picks it. And the Vikings are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Carry by Taylor to start the drive.
Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Tua sets up to pass it. And his throw here's incomplete. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Now Tua.
That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass. A minute 55 left to go in the 1st half of play.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
Play fake. Cousins.
Same target. It's Jacobs again.
And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. Off the play fake. Cousins. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the 1st half. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. Then he will bring it back to about the 11-yard line.
I feel like you and I could be in our backyard with our dads right now. What did they always say when they were throwing us a ball? Look it all the way in. Make sure you secure it. That had the feeling of not happening there on that play, but he didn't have full control of the ball.
When that punt's coming in, I don't have a return punts, but I would imagine it's tough to monitor those guys coming full steam ahead.
It really is. You try and get that peak to know where they are, about whether you should fair catch it or not. But sometimes you just have to have a sense, a feeling, and just have to make sure, number one, though, you catch the ball and put it away.
And great starting position to begin the drive, and now they look up at a 3rd and 5. Cousins. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Justin Jefferson in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bears have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead is now 14-10. Vikings 10.
Justin Tucker is set to kick off.
Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Message received here. No need to wait. We're going to skip halftime and get right back to the action. Here comes the 3rd quarter. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. And he returns this to the 22. Kirk Cousins now gearing up to lead this offense back out there. And it was somewhat of a strange first half. He threw 3 interceptions, yet you look at the scoreboard, they've got the lead.
So you know what I think he did at the half? He stood up in front of the team, especially in front of the defense, and said, thank you. Appreciate what you've done. You guys have picked me up in a big way. And guess what? I'm going to get back to being who I am, which is pretty darn good. Let's go play the second half.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Give him 30 yards there. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Now a give to Jacobs running right. Down to about the 45. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Throwing is Cousins. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Cousins now. Buying time to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Throwing on 2nd and long. Cousins. He rifles one that's intercepted. Kyle Hamilton picks it. And the Bears are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
How big is that penalty? Wipe out the INT.
You'd hate to be the teammate that caused that penalty and wiped out the interception. You got to face that guy in the locker room. Not a lot of fun for you, and you hurt your squad.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. 2nd down, Jacobs once more. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Once again, it's Jacobs. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 51 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. Here's Jacobs. Pushes him over. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago.
Josh Jacobs, his third rushing touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the 1st and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
Now Tucker to add the PAT. It's good, and it's 21-10. So that drive, 4 plays. And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Josh Jacobs. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. And he can only manage to get a couple. Looking to pass. Tua. Looking for Crowder, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And now off to the races down the right side. And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown. Cousins on 1st down. Steps away. That's going to be caught by Allie Cox. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Throwing on 1st down, but this one lines up to be incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Brings up 2nd and 10. To throw, Cousins. And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a 4th pick of the ball game. Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference to see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use that.
Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Julio Jones, his second.
Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for the Bears, they move a step